Hi guys, it's me, Erin, and I'm here with
Joe. Hi. That's me.
We're both from Stacked, and we are really excited to share with you a big innovation that Joe has made for the cake industry, and I personally am super stoked about this.
Brand spanking new.
I'm just gonna get to it and show you because I cannot wait. Now, what am I freaking out about, guys? This part right here, which is a Food Safe Flange.
What?
Just take that in. Food Safe Flange. I'm so excited about this. For anyone that has done cakes with structure, or if you do a lot of them, you know how major this is. I'll let Joe tell you a little bit about how he hatched this little baby.
So basically, I like solving problems. And I saw a huge problem with PVC structures. It's just a pain.
Yep.
And it's one of the more affordable ways to make structure using PVC as opposed to black pipe and other things. There's a good place for it, and I wanted to make it easier for people to use it. Also more sanitary. That's always important for me.
So the way people have been doing this for a really long time, the most common way, is taking a metal flange, which isn't super cheap, and it's covered in a greasy coating that gets your hands all black. So then you touch this, you touch your pipe, you can see the black fingerprints and stuff from that, so you know how dirty it is. And so you have to be incredibly careful about not touching your cake or your table, any other surfaces that your cake is going to come into contact with. It's a super headache. And you also have to be careful. The more expensive versions of these are galvanized, which are shiny, so people think they're better and cleaner, but they are actually a lot worse, right, Joe?
Zinc's toxic. It's not good to ingest. The reason they put it on there is so things won't rust.
Yeah.
But it's not good for cake.
And then you try to wash these to get the grease off, and then it rusts. So it's a mess. But anyway, if you take this, then to make it fit to your PVC, because this is a different material, it's not meant to go together, you take one of these male adapter fittings, you screw it in, and if you screw it in too hard, the metal, because it's so much stronger than the PVC, will break the threads, which is a huge problem. And if you under-twist it, it's obviously not safe. So you screw that together, and then you take your PVC and you jam it in so it's nice and tightly fitted. The only thing holding it together, though, is friction. They make PVC glue, but as Joe has told me, it's super toxic, unsafe. It's something people would wear a mask for usually, so that tells you it should not be in your cake, okay? So another thing with that is it can twist still. Even if it's held in place by friction, it can still twist around if you're working on. A lot of times I do busts, and I'll have like a T fitting or a cross on top, and they just twist around, and it can be really frustrating if you're working on something and you press down and the whole thing shifts. It's alarming. So Joe has created
the solution. So there's many problems with the old system and the old way, the only real way to do it. And all the things Erin talked about, plus there's about a dozen other ones. And we've tried to solve every problem. So what we've done is we've made a solid chunk of plastic. Right now, this plastic happens to be the same stuff that they make cutting boards with. So if you go to the store, any restaurant, any kitchen, let's say Subway, and you see the white cutting boards they're making sandwiches on, same material. They should be white. So same exact material, so you know it's food safe. And then also the hardware. The hardware is all stainless steel. The hardware you get at the hardware store, one, you have to buy a package of it, right? Yeah. Which you're gonna lose. It happens.
Well, or if you don't do structures a lot, you only need maybe 4 of them, and you buy a pack of 10 because that's the smallest you can buy, and so you don't need that much. It's just ridiculous. And they're zinc coated, right?
Yeah, they're zinc coated as well.
Zinc is bad.
It's great if you're building a fence, but you're building a cake. So you want stainless steel hardware, which you can't really buy at hardware stores. Very far and few between where you're actually gonna find it. And if you do find it, it's gonna be really super expensive. So what we've done is we've sourced everything for you, put it into this single package. So you've got all of your hardware.
Since we bought them in bulk, we got a really good price, which means you're getting a good price for them, for just what you need.
There's a little sheet that tells you everything you need to know about it. Things like what kind of boards to use. You wanna use 1/2-inch plywood to get the best results, things like that. And it's just one-stop shopping. You go to our site, and we've got 1/2-inch and 3/4-inch right now. And it's literally this simple. You buy it, take it, you screw it to a board, you put your PVC pipe in, and to eliminate twisting, we've got another screw right here that's going to eliminate twisting. So it's a mechanical connection. It's going to be strong. Not only that, you don't have to guess about how tall to cut your PVC anymore, because the more you tighten that male adapter on the other version, the shorter it's going to be. So the pipe is exactly as tall as
It's
you
a
cut
true height. If you want your pipe 12 inches from your board, that is exactly what you'll get. You don't have to worry about any height differentiation from a flange or fitting of it not going all the way
Great,
through.
because I hate math.
Yeah. And another really great thing is this guy, as we talked about, has the residue and everything, and it looks dirty.
It's gross.
I mean, it looks gross. So you're spending time and product using melted marshmallow, melted chocolate, fondant, modeling chocolate, ducting tape, something to cover this, right? You don't need that anymore. And you do that, and it's still gross, because if you have a little kid that picks it up, now he's got a piece of fondant that on the other side has all that grease on it.
Or rust.
Gross. Or rust, something like that. Get rid of that. Bye-bye. Now you have this, and it looks good, it's cleanable, all of these things. And if a client cuts and sees this, it's not going to gross them out that this was in their cake, because it looks good, it looks sanitary, there's no issues, so you don't have to spend the time, the money, anything. Bam, 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 done.
So this is where I pull my infomercial part, right? It's like, what would something like this normally cost, right? Well, so food safe things, right, are usually 2-3 times plus the cost.
Yeah.
Because I manufacture every single one of these, we've kept the cost comparable to what you're gonna get at the hardware store.
Yeah.
Without the nonsense of going there, hoping they have the right stuff, finding
Same
it.
price, better in every way.
Correct.
And as Joe said, he's got 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch right now. And if you're in a different country or you're just using a different size, you can just send him a chunk and he will make this size perfectly to fit the pipe that you need and that you're using. And if it's a really popular size, we can start keeping those in stock, which is great. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or you need anything else custom made, Joe can do it. So just shoot us a message, and I really hope you guys are excited about this as we are. Joe has done so much trial and error using different products to make this, doing a lot of stress tests on these to make sure it's strong, which is usually very scary for me, because if something goes wrong, things go flying. But this is the miracle. This is the baby that is just getting A+ across the board. So
We really hope you love it.
yeah. Sorry. Anyway.
We really hope you love it. And if you have any questions or you end up buying them and using them, send us pictures or ask the questions, anything. So thanks for watching, and
Yep.
see you next time.
Bye.